There is something inside your skull. It weighs just over 3 pounds. It consumes about 20% of your daily energy. And it is the most complex structure known in the universe, your brain. But the most unsettling part isn't what it does every day. It's what it might be capable of doing. Welcome to Crazy World Facts, a world where science explains the impossible, and the impossible gets uncomfortable. Today, we're not talking about average intelligence. We're talking about the edge, about what happens when the human brain pushes beyond what we think is normal. Not science fiction, not superheroes, real documented cases, real neurological phenomena, real limits being broken. The human brain contains around 86 billion neurons. Each neuron connects to thousands of others. That creates more connections than there are stars in our galaxy. But the true power of the brain isn't the number, it's adaptability. The brain can rewire itself. It can reorganize functions. It can recover from damage. It can unlock abilities that seem impossible. And sometimes, it can even rewrite who you are. Let's start with memory. There are individuals who can remember almost every day of their lives. Exact dates, weather conditions, what they wore, what was said. This condition is called highly superior autobiographical memory. It sounds like a superpower. But it comes with a cost. They cannot forget. And forgetting is essential. The brain is not designed to store everything. It is designed to filter. Memory is not about storing reality, it's about editing it. And here's something unsettling. Every time you remember something, you change it slightly. Memories are reconstructions, not recordings. Your past is not fixed. It is rebuilt each time you access it. Now let's go further. There are documented cases where people developed extraordinary abilities after brain injury. Yes, after damage. This phenomenon is known as acquired savant syndrome. A man suffered a mild head injury. He woke up with the ability to visualize complex mathematical formulas as three-dimensional shapes. He had never been good at math before. Another man hit his head in a swimming pool accident. Days later, he began drawing intricate geometric patterns with near-perfect precision. He had never been an artist. Something changed, which raises a disturbing question. Are there hidden capacities inside all of us that the brain normally suppresses? Because the brain does not just create ability, it also imposes limits. Your sensory system filters massive amounts of information every second. You do not see everything, you do not hear everything, you do not perceive everything. You experience a simplified version of reality, optimized for survival, not for total accuracy. Right now, in your field of vision, there is a blind spot, a literal gap where you cannot see anything. Your brain fills it in automatically. You never notice. Your brain invents missing information constantly. Reality, as you experience, is partially constructed. Now consider pain. Pain is not simply a signal from the body. It is an interpretation. There are documented cases of individuals undergoing surgery with minimal anesthesia due to extreme hypnotic suggestion. Monks who can withstand freezing temperatures by activating specific brain patterns. The placebo effect. A sugar pill can create measurable physiological changes if the brain believes it is medicine. If the brain believes something is real, the body reacts as if it is real. That is power. But it is also vulnerability. Because the brain can generate fear without threat. It can create anxiety without immediate danger. It can produce paranoia, hallucinations, false certainty. The same brain that builds logic builds illusions. During REM sleep, your brain constructs entire worlds, narratives, characters, physics, emotion, and you accept it completely until you wake up. But think about this. The same neural circuits that process real perception activate during vivid imagination. To your brain, a deeply imagined experience can resemble reality. That blurs the boundary between perception and interpretation. Time is another example. In moments of extreme danger, people report that time slows down. Car accidents feel like slow motion. But time did not change. The brain increased information processing speed, more data per second. That creates the illusion of expanded time. The brain can alter your experience of time itself. It can alter pain. It can your identity. There are documented cases of people who experience dramatic personality shifts after brain trauma. Values changed, moral judgment shifted, preferences disappeared, new behaviors emerged. If damage to neural circuits can alter who you are, then identity is not a fixed essence. It is a pattern, an electrical pattern, and that is deeply unsettling. Because what you call you is organized neural activity, and patterns can change. The brain is plastic. Neuroplasticity allows new connections to form throughout life. You can learn new languages at 50. You can reshape habits. You can reduce trauma responses. You can train focus. You can alter emotional reactions. But repetition is required. Attention is required. Consistency is required. Every thought strengthens circuits. Every habit reinforces pathways. Every repeated action wires deeper connections. You are physically reshaping your brain every day. The question is whether you're doing it deliberately or automatically. Because if you are not consciously training it, your environment is training it for you. The brain can be a tool for expansion or a factory of fear. It can generate creativity beyond imagination or anxiety that feels inescapable. It can build resilience or self-destruction. The limits of the human brain are not defined by a single number. The popular myth that we use only 10% is false. Brain imaging proves we use almost all regions. The real question is different. How efficiently do we use it? How well can it adapt? How far can training push it? Memory champions are not born with different brains. They use techniques, visualization, association, spatial mapping, and with practice, average individuals can multiply recall capacity dramatically. Attention works the same way. Emotional regulation works the same way. Self-control works the same way. The brain is dynamic, and you are constantly influencing it. Which leads to one final thought. Your experience of reality is not reality itself. It is the brain's best guess, a prediction, a model built from sensory input and past memory. That means what you experience as solid is partly interpretation. The frontier between reality and perception is thinner than we assume. So, how far can the human brain go? Farther than we currently understand, but not infinitely. It is powerful, adaptable, creative, fragile, and capable of rewriting itself under the right conditions. The most complex structure in the known universe is inside your head, and we are only beginning to understand what it can truly do. If you want to explore the extreme limits of the human mind, subscribe to Crazy World Facts. Because the biggest mysteries are not in outer space, they are inside your skull, and they might be more powerful than you think.